full preview. We start with a good one, the first half of our doubleheader tonight. Nets in the Heat. The Hall of Fame inductee, Alonzo Mourning, taking it in. He takes in just about every Heat game.
Yes, he does.
Congratulations.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Sean Livingston, high and mighty.
Great pass, great cut to the basket.
Here's Chris Bosh, and handing off to Chris Anderson. What kind of bird is that exactly?
Whatever it is, it's sick.
And not like the kids say.
No, not that kind of sick.
Not that sick.
Chris Bosh and one. How about Coach Truth?
I like it. Get on the bench, showing his leadership.
See him coaching?
I don't know.
High school.
Just that timeout.
No, maybe just that.
I mean, not just
Maybe high school, maybe college.
Maybe college.
He can do that, though.
He had 14.
See him teaching.
Brooklyn shot nearly 53%. He was teaching the Heat. I get what you're saying.
James
over to Ray Allen for three. Three-point game to the third quarter. Here comes the King.
Oh.
Through everybody, and eventually Mason Plumlee's there for a goaltend, so that's two.
Show some handles, King.
Mario Chalmers is going to find Tony Douglas here for the three. Meanwhile, Paul Pierce is over there yapping on the sideline. Something about the Heat that gets him in a lather.
Yeah, it really does.
Teed up.
Goes back to his Boston Celtic days.
Joe Johnson, reverse layup. Brooklyn up by 162 to 61. Johnson had 19 on the night. Here's James. Past Karolinko. Past Toledovich. Past the entire UN, basically. Miami up by 3. James to the rim. Ooh. Heat back on top by 2. Coach Spo.
It's a great game. It's just a great game up to this point right now. Okay? Just find a way. Find a way in these last 2 minutes. Find a way. Okay? Both ends.
Well, we had to agree. This was a great game.
Yeah, it might borrow that speech for the rest of the playoffs, too, Matt, as Little Buckets finds his way to the corner.
That's right.
3 more.
16 for him off the bench. Plumlee
finds his way to a block.
Give me that. Give me that.
Play of the night.
A great block by Mason, timing it with the King there, and you could see he gets ball first, a little hand after, and you could see the excitement.
Oh, you think he's fired up as a rookie?
He should be fired up.
Just blocked LeBron James shot at the buzzer.
Vice President.
Vice President of what?
DWF.
What is DWF?
Dominant white families of the NBA. The Plumlee brothers have arrived.
And you saw James' reaction after the game. The Nets sweep the Heat for the first time in 11 years and become just the third team to sweep the Heat in the Big Three era. Brooklyn's won 6 of 7 now. Afterward, Plumlee not only got the big block, he got to speak with Craig Sager.
A lot of people here thought there was a foul. It was a clean block.
It only mattered if 3 people thought it was a foul, and they didn't think it was, so we win.
And then Richard made a heck of a play. Not to force something up behind the backboard, but I don't even know how he got the pass through there to LJ. You know, and then that opportunity right there at the rim. It was a foul from my vantage point, but, you know, what can you do?
LeBron, what are your thoughts on that final possession, both initially and after seeing the replay?
It was a foul. That's my thoughts. Should have been going to the line for 2.
Are they your biggest challenge in the East?
Get out of here, Craig. Next question.
Well, to be fair, it's not the first time Craig's been told to leave.
But just to get out of here?
But the question is out there. I mean, the Heat have beaten 29 or 28 other NBA teams. There's one they have not beaten, and that is the Brooklyn Nets this season. 0-4 against those guys. You look at the raw numbers here, and granted, these have been great games. 3 wins by 1 point. The other was in double overtime. But we talked about it, Jack, in our pregame a little bit. What is it about this Nets group that the Heat can't seem to get past?
Get out of here, Matt.
Again, not the first time I've been told that.
Get out of here. No, it's just, you know, they match up with them pretty well. But, you know, let's not get it twisted. D-Wade's not there. My main man, UD, is not there. They're not at full strength. And, you know, when you become a veteran team, especially when you win a couple championships, regular season doesn't really mean that much. If this is the playoffs, the Heat will step their game up to another level, as well as Brooklyn. If they do meet up in the playoffs, it may be very, very interesting. But everybody at the beginning of the year thought Brooklyn, would, contend against Miami, beat the team, Garnett, Paul Pierce, Joe Johnson, all those guys. But, they have been, giving them trouble. All the games have been close games, but I'm with LeBron. I don't think they're at the point where they could beat them in a 7-game series yet.
I will say this, though, Matt, in the defense of the Nets, is that nobody really has had to go above and beyond what it is that they normally do. I mean, in this game, Joe Johnson was the leading scorer with 19 points. They had 4 or 5 players in double figures, but 19, it's not like Herculean efforts by Nets players, and they have guys capable of doing that. Deron Williams, if he finds his offensive game, I think that's really the guy that everybody's looking at. What is Deron Williams going to do for the Nets in the playoffs? Because if he finds his game and he's more consistent in the second half of the season, that's when you really got to raise your eyebrow and go, I don't know, because he can dominate that point guard position against the Miami Heat, and that's where you could spell some trouble with the way that they played him this regular season. They've got great confidence, 4-0 against them.
Wade did miss his 7th straight game with that hamstring injury, but it came down to the block. You heard Eric Spoelstra say he thought it was a foul. You heard LeBron James say he thought it was a foul. I think we all disagree.
Yeah.
It was ball, then hand. What did you see through?
Yeah, ball, then hand first, and we all grew up with hands part of the ball. And it's just a good block there. And sometimes when late game situation, I know if LeBron had to do it over, maybe he'd go up a little stronger and try to take Plumlee into the rim with him and dunk on him. But hey, it's a good block. The referees agree with us, and the game's over.
Seeing this as a great golfer who always hits the great shot, and the wind comes up and takes it away, and that's his excuse. It was the wind on that play. Like, LeBron's not used to having somebody block the shot. Like, you got to blame it on something. I definitely got fouled.
I think he was fouled before he went up by Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson reached and, kind of took a little bit of his momentum away. But you played 12 years, you played 14, I played 19. I've never seen a ref make a call with 0.1 second on the clock. So I've never seen a guy make that call at the buzzer. So was it a foul? Maybe, maybe not, but the refs didn't call it. So good block.
By the way, Mason Plumlee jumps really well. I think that's the first time he's ever been compared to the wind.
Compared to the wind.
No. Hopefully the last, too. I don't know how well it worked. It's all over the place.
Time for the Kumho Tire Road to the playoffs. Miami's lead over Indiana is down to a half game now.
Well, wait, and Indiana's played lately, though, man.
Heat are headed to Memphis tomorrow.
They
and then
play.
Friday
they play
night,
each other.
Yes.
I was getting to that.
Oh,
Friday night on NBA TV, you'll see the Pacers and the Heat in Miami.
What time?
7 Eastern time, I believe that is.